University of Mumbai and Concept 4 Personal Financial Planning Question Bank Solution MCQ Part 4. Annual income range for availing interest subsidy to individual belonging to lower income group is option A up to 3 lakhs, option B between 3 lakhs and 6 lakhs, option C between 6 lakhs and 12 lakhs, option D between 12 lakhs and 18 lakhs. The correct answer is option B between 3 lakhs and 6 lakhs. Annual income range for availing interest subsidy to individual belonging to lower income group is between 3 lakhs and 6 lakhs. Next question. Annual income range for availing interest subsidy to individual belonging to middle income group is option A up to 3 lakhs, option B between 3 lakhs and 6 lakhs, option C between 6 lakhs and 12 lakhs, option D between 12 lakhs and 18 lakhs. The correct answer is option C between 6 lakhs and 12 lakhs. So annual income range for availing interest subsidy to individual belonging to middle income group is between 6 lakhs and 12 lakhs. Annual income range for availing interest subsidy to individual belonging to middle income group 2 is option A up to 3 lakhs, option B between 3 lakhs and 6 lakhs, option C between 6 lakhs and 12 lakhs, option D between 12 lakhs and 18 lakhs. The correct answer is option D between 12 lakhs and 18 lakhs. If annual income range of an individual exceeds dash, he is not eligible for availing interest subsidy under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Here the amount is 18 lakhs. So once the amount is crossed above 18 lakhs, then annual means the annual range of an individual cross 18 lakh, then he is not be liable for any interest subsidy under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. Otherwise, there is a lower income group, middle income group can avail the subsidy till 18 lakhs. Next MCQ is under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, maximum amount of interest subsidy that can be availed is option A 1 lakh, option B 2 lakh, option C 2 lakh 97,000, option D 2 lakh 67,000. Correct answer is option rupees 2 lakh 67,000. So under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, maximum amount of interest subsidy that can be availed is rupees 2,67,000. Next, tax which is assumpted to pay at regular interval is called as option A tax collected at source, option B self-assignment tax, option C advance tax, option D tax deducted at source. The correct answer is option C advance tax. Tax which is expected to pay at regular interval is called as advance tax. Tax paid by the individual by himself on the basis of own calculation is called as option A tax deducted at source, option B tax collected at source, option C self-assessed tax, option D advance tax. The correct answer is option C self-assessment tax. Okay, so even individual can just assess his own tax liabilities and he can pay his own tax. Okay, so the assessment which is done by the individual is called as self-assessment tax. Next MCQ number 83. In an inflationary period, interest rate have a tendency to dash. Option A fall, option B rise, option C remain same, option D act erratically. The correct answer is option B rise. In an inflationary period, interest rate have a tendency to rise. Dash of an investor is prepared on the basis of the risk appetite. Option A risk profile, option B risk management, option C risk plan, option D risk assessment. The correct answer is option A risk profile. Risk profile of an investor is prepared on the basis of the risk appetite. An investment with dash profile is in a good position to take high risk. Option A small, option B conservative, option C moderate, option D aggressive. The correct answer is option D aggressive. An investor with aggressive profile is in the good position to take high risk. Okay, so one who is very aggressive, okay, he want a good returns, or he has a very high appetite for the high goals. Okay, so he want that he should get a good return on his capital. Means he is ready to take a risk. So investment with a aggressive profile is a good position to take risk. An investor whose financial position is precarious is called as option A small, option B conservative, option C moderate, option D aggressive. The correct answer is option B conservative. Okay, so investor whose financial position is precarious. Precarious means what? It is not sure about. The one who is not sure about, or it uncertain. So when the financial position is uncertain, then the investor is conservative about his investment. Next MCQ, MCQ number 87. Payment of LIC premium can be claimed as deduction under. So the payment of LIC, we can claim a deduction under section, options are section 80D, option B section 80C, option C section 80CC, option D section 80E. The correct answer here is option number B 80C. So under the payment of LIC premium can be claimed under deduction under 80C. Okay, under the section 80C we can avail up to 1,50,000 at one financial year. Who is eligible for deduction in respect of contribution to certain pension fund under 80CC? Option A, Hindu family, Hindu undivided family. Option B, individual. Option C, funds. Option D, corporate assets. The correct answer is individual. So individual is eligible for deduction in respect of contribution to certain pension fund under the section 80CCC. MCQ number 89. Deduction in respect to medical treatment of disabled dependent has been defined under option A section 80CC, option B section 80BB, option C A section 80DD, option D section 80A. The correct answer is option C section 80DD. Deduction in respect to medical treatment of disabled dependent has been defined under section 80DD. Okay, so when if you are taking any medical treatment, you will be you can avail the deduction under the section 80DD. Deduction in respect of interest in loan taken for higher education come under section E. Option D, section 80E, option B section 80G, option C 80D, option D 80U. The correct answer is option A 80E. So deduction in respect of interest in loan taken for higher education. So here you can easily remember from education words start from a letter E. So section is under 80E. Okay. Then next MCQ, MCQ number 91, deduction in respect to donation to charitable institution come under option A section B, option B section C, option C section U, option D 80G. The correct answer here is option 80G. Okay, so deduction in respect of donation to charitable institution comes under section 80G. Next is deduction in respect of rent paid comes under the section option A 80GG, option B 80E, option C 80G, option D 80U. The correct answer here is option 80GG. So deduction in respect of a rent paid comes under the section 80GG. Next MCQ, MCQ number 93. For claiming deduction under 80C, the payment or deposit should be made. Option A, out of an income. Option B, out of an income chargeable to tax. Option C, out of the current year income chargeable to tax. Option D, out of assumed income. The correct answer is option B, out of income chargeable to tax. So for claiming deduction under Section 80C, the payment of deposit should be made under out of a income chargeable to tax. An SSC has paid life insurance premium of 1,25,000 during the previous year for a policy of 5 lakh. He shall option A not be allowed deduction under 80C. Option B allowed deduction under 80C to the extent of 20% of the capital sum assured, that is 1 lakh. Option C be allowed deduction for the entire premium as per provision of section 80C. Option D be allowed deduction under 80C to the extent of 10% of the capital sum assured, that is 2 lakh. The correct answer is option B. Be allowed deduction under 80C to the extent of 20% of the capital sum assured, that is 1 lakh. Next question. For claiming deduction under section 80C in respect of life insurance premiums, it can be paid by SC for option A self only, option B self, spouse, brother and sister, option C self, spouse and any child, option D self, spouse and any child and grandparents. The correct answer is option C, self, spouse and any child of his. He can pay premium for them, and for that he can claim returns against the tax for the tax deduction under the section 80C. Next question, question number 96. Deduction under 80C in the respect of a term deposit with a scheduled bank is allowed in the term deposit is for a period. Not option A not less than 3 years, option B not less than 5 years, option C not less than 10 years, option D not less than 1 year. The correct answer is option B, not less than 5 years. So deduction under section 80C in the respects of term deposit with a scheduled bank is allowed if the term deposit is for the period not less than 5 years. Next MCQ number 97. Deduction under 80C in respect of tuition fee is allowed to an individual for option A any of his children, option B any of his minor children, option C any 2 children of such individual, option D any 3 children of such individual. The correct answer is option C, any 2 children of such individual. So deduction under section 80C in respect of tuition fees is allowed for an individual for any of his 2 children. Okay, so they can avail the deduction under 80C for the tuition fees. The quantum of deduction allowed under section 80D shall be limited to dash. Option A 20,000, option B 10,000, option C 25,000, option D 15,000. The correct answer is option C 25,000. The quantum of deduction allowed under section 80D shall be limited to option C 25,000. The quantum of deduction allowed under section 80D shall be limited to option C 25,000. Deduction under 80U in case of person with disability is allowed to dash. An individual who is citizen of India, an individual who is resident of India, option C any individual SSC, option D NRI. The correct answer is option B, an individual who is resident of India. So deduction under section 80U in case of person with disability is allowed to the individual who is a resident of India. Next question, the deduction under 80E now is stand for education is allowed for repayment of interest to the extent of option A 25,000 and option B 40,000, option C an amount of interest during the per year, option D 1 lakh. The correct answer is option C, an amount of interest during per year. So the deduction under section 80A is allow for repayment of interest to the extent of the amount of interest during per year. So please prefer subscribing and click on notification bell icon for the next part. Thank you.